everybody. We are here in Kamloops. No, we're not.
Don't say that.
Hey everybody, Joel Hansen here today. We're here with my good friend Scott, of course, and we are in Kelowna, BC at a place called Donair. So we're here to do their massive Donair challenge, which only has a 5-minute time limit. That's right, you only have 5 minutes to complete this challenge. Scott, how big is this challenge again?
It's at least 2 pounds.
Here we are again with the massive, it's called the Sasquatch Donair challenge. So we just weighed these. They are literally 3 pounds each. So really big Donairs, especially because you only have 5 minutes. Yes, that is the real difficulty. You only have 5 minutes to consume this thing. So if you beat this, you get your next Donair for free. And it is fully dressed Donair. Besides that, it looks really great. Scott actually did this before, about 3 minutes, 45 seconds, I believe. Although he thought this is maybe a little bit smaller than we did before. But nonetheless, it looks great. It looks very delicious. I can't wait to dig into it. Smells delicious, and yeah, get ready?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do complete this challenge, you also get to sign your name on the wall.
Heads up, this may be a little messy because you just can't. You have 5 minutes. You got to use your hands. Yeah. It'll be fine, but we are about to get started. To clarify, the price on this thing is about $17 after taxes. Scott, you want to give us a countdown there? We'll say from 5.
From 5, okay.
Like I said, guys, it's gonna be messy. I'm sorry.
So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's video, and this video is just a reminder of why you never underestimate anything. So me and Scott went in here knowing what Scott did last time. Scott previously, as we mentioned, did this challenge, and he did it in approximately 4 minutes out of the 5-minute time limit. Yes, this thing only has a 5-minute time limit. So where this difficulty comes into is the Donair itself. So Donair meat is incredibly hard to eat. It is very chewy, it is stringy, it is the ultimate choking hazard, and because of that you have to eat it quite carefully, and or it's slower to eat versus something soft, let's say like just plain lettuce. Plain lettuce is very soft, it's easy to eat. However, Donairs are not easy to eat. And again, like I said, let's get into this, but we learned not to underestimate it.
Go Scott and Joel!
So Scott always weighs his items, which is pretty cool. He has a scale around, so you'll be noticing that all the challenges we've done together we weighed, or at least the vast majority of them. So for this one, it weighed in about 3 pounds, whereas previously when Scott did it, it was, well, we think it was actually 2 pounds or maybe even just a little less. So again, 1 extra pound might not sound like a lot, but again, you only have 5 minutes. Now, by no means do we think that this Donair was purposefully made bigger for us or anything, but it was definitely, I think, made to be plumptuous and very pretty on a presence with lots of toppings, which the toppings were good. They were a nice addition. However, I'm sure you can understand that when this one is 3 pounds and 150% of what the last one was, it definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. So, Donair here in Kelowna, a really cool spot. The owner was very, very nice. All the staff were very friendly. The restaurants in British Columbia are open for dine-in as well as they are in Alberta, and they are gradually opening up all across Canada, essentially, except Ontario where I live, which is going to take forever, so, you know, we'll forget about that for now. So the Donair came on a large pita, and if you're not familiar, again, this is a Donair. So now this is not a Halifax Donair. This is just what they're calling a Donair. So when it comes to this Donair, if you want to call it a Donor or Donair or whatever you want to call it, I don't really care because I don't really know the history of this Donair, but they were still calling it a Donair. I only know the history of the Halifax Donair, which you've seen in many of my other videos. and that, if you're not familiar with what a Donair is in general, it's like a gyro or a shawarma. It's basically a meat cooked on a big spit. These ones were beef. Some of them also have lamb in them. In fact, I've even seen ones cooked with other meats as well, but again, this one having beef. You are going to notice that there is a certain point pretty much coming up or right about now that I realize, holy crap, like we're over 3 minutes in. I don't have much time left. So I, in tune, take the pace up a little bit as I started this challenge like more leisurely than I should have. Again, we were kind of going first off the idea or the assumption of what Scott had the first time. So about 2 pounds, and kind of going by, you know, a rough estimate of approximately what it took him to do it the first time. So I took it a little more leisurely, and then again, recently realizing like, holy crap, I need to kind of speed up a little bit. But about that, everybody, that's kind of where it's at. I'll let you get to the rest of the video. Again, really just an overall lesson that size can be deceiving, and you can never underestimate a challenge, which is generally why I go into them more cautious than not, and this was a challenge I did not go into cautious, and I paid ultimately the consequences. So I'll let you enjoy the rest of the video, and let's see what happens.
Jeez. One second, you got it. Oh.
Hello there. Good to see you people.
So time was officially up. I barely scraped the completing the challenge by, I guess, like 12 seconds or something along those lines. Scott still wanted to complete this challenge and see how long it would take him comparatively when he did it only a little while before. Again, before it took him less than 4 minutes, so let's ultimately see how long it takes him this time, kind of give a bit of a comparison to probably the size of it. We'll say again, the staff here were really cool. The owner has great spirits and is just a very nice gentleman. All the other staff were really cool as well, so I definitely appreciate their hospitality, appreciate having us in, of course, especially when, you know, there is some kind of limited capacity in the dining experience. that was a heck of a challenge. I saw a picture of Scott's last time, and this one was quite a bit bigger, let's put it that way. Scott's time last time was 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So definitely a big full Sasquatch Donair there today. Definitely not an easy challenge at that. It's pretty intense, to be honest, today, definitely for sure. But seriously, really nice people here at Basha. The food was delicious. Loved everything was seasoned excellently. I loved the sauces. Nice little pickle and different vegetables and varieties on there was really cool as well. Scott, what do you think of the challenge?
Yeah, like I say, it was probably about 50% bigger than it was last time, so definitely took me a lot more time. Still delicious. Yeah, a little disappointed, but you know, I'll come back on the next one.
Come back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you already beat it though, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. All right, everybody. So that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, very delicious and interesting challenge. Big, with only a 5-minute time limit. So of course, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, stay happy, healthy, hungry. Thank you to my good friend, Mr. Scott, for showing me around Kelowna. Scott's from Kelowna, or lives in Kelowna now. So yeah, we get to see the area. I'll show you around some more, and it's a beautiful place. So beautiful place, beautiful people, beautiful food. Happy eating, everybody. All right, and for being the challenge, you're gonna sign the wall. Scott already has his name on the wall up there, so I'm gonna sign right here. I was gonna put watch me on YouTube, but I'll just keep it classy.
Good morning, everybody. We are here in Kelowna, British Columbia, British. And look at this view. This is crazy. You guys obviously with the camera won't be able to quite understand the extent of this, but we're just surrounded by mountains and green mountains. And to me, that's very uncommon. Here, I will zoom in a little bit. Let's see if I can get you some better mountain views. Like just mountains. And on these mountains are obviously, again, like I said, some greenery, and there's a whole bunch of houses built up and around and all this stuff. But with that, I'm very much not used to seeing all these mountains. So this is really, really odd and really cool. Look at that. It's a freaking mountain. And it's pretty nice out right now. It's not windy at all. I'm very surprised. And it's relatively warm, considering. And this is pretty damn cool. So yeah, that's what this morning looks like, and let's get on with the rest of the day.